Alright, football fans, hold on to your seats because we've got another Patrick Mahomes masterpiece to talk about. And of course, when you make plays like that, your coach has something to say. After Mahomes' latest jaw-dropping play in the Chiefs' win over the Texans in the Divisional Round, head coach Andy Reid had some epic comments about his superstar QB. Spoiler alert, he's just as stunned as the rest of us. So grab your snacks, because we're diving into the unbelievable moment and what Coach Reid had to say about it all. You won't want to miss this. 1. Mahomes does it again. The play that stunned everyone. Alright, let's set the stage. The Kansas City Chiefs were facing off against the Houston Texans in a high-stakes divisional round game. Things were heating up, but nothing could have prepared us for what Patrick Mahomes pulled off in the clutch. I'm talking about a touchdown pass while literally falling and avoiding a sack. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and look it up. It's one of those moments that'll make you question the laws of physics. I mean, who does that? Who throws a pinpoint touchdown pass while off balance and about to be taken down? Well, if you're Patrick Mahomes, apparently you do. And this wasn't just any pass. He found Travis Kelce in the end zone while literally falling away from the pressure. Unreal. Simply unreal. 2. Andy Reid's reaction. This is unreal. So, what does Coach Andy Reid have to say about it? Well, you know Reid has seen some amazing moments from Mahomes in his career. He's been coaching this guy since 2017. But after that play, even Reid couldn't help but express his amazement. Coach Reid said, "I always tell our coaches, don't get used to that. This is unreal. And I mean, if anyone knows what unreal looks like, it's Reid. The guy has coached some of the best in the game. And he's still left in awe by what Mahomes can do." Reid even went on to say that the Chiefs are lucky to have Mahomes, and honestly, who wouldn't agree? The way Mahomes makes impossible throws look easy is beyond impressive. And remember, this isn't just a flash in the pan. We're talking about a guy who has led his team to the AFC Championship 7 straight times. That's dynasty stuff right there. 3. Mahomes' stats, efficiency and clutch plays. Let's break down some stats. Because you know we love to see the numbers. Patrick Mahomes completed 16 passes for 177 yards and that incredible touchdown to Kelce. And speaking of Kelce, the guy was on fire. Hauling in 7 receptions for 117 yards, basically becoming Mahomes' other highlight reel during the game. Mahomes didn't just make those crazy plays, he was efficient when it mattered most. Keeping his cool and getting the ball to his playmakers like Kelce. This is why the Chiefs have clinched their 7th consecutive trip to the AFC Championship game. And it's a big reason why they are still a Super Bowl contender year in and year out. 4. Offensive coordinator Matt Nagy gets some love. But hey, let's not forget the work that offensive coordinator Matt Nagy did in this game as well. Reid gave Nagy a nice shout-out for putting the players in positions to make those big plays. Because at the end of the day, it's a team effort. But let's be real, when you have a quarterback like Mahomes, the plays kind of take care of themselves. Still, Nagy did a solid job of dialing up the right calls. And Mahomes and Kelce executed them to perfection. You've gotta love when a team is firing on all cylinders. And the Chiefs sure are in full gear heading into the AFC Championship. 5. The Chiefs' future. Looking ahead to the AFC Championship. Now, looking ahead, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs once again in the AFC Championship, and this time, they'll be hosting it at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs are no strangers to this stage. And after that performance, they've got everyone wondering, can anyone beat them this season? Of course, we still have to see who they'll face in the AFC Championship. Will it be the Buffalo Bills, the Cincinnati Bengals, or another team ready to challenge them? But one thing's for sure, when you've got Mahomes pulling off miracles, anything is possible. 6. Closing thoughts. What makes Patrick Mahomes so special? Alright, as we wrap this up, let's just take a moment to appreciate what we're witnessing with Patrick Mahomes. His ability to turn the impossible into the possible is what makes him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And it's not just the highlight reel throws. It's the clutch moments, the tough decisions, and the way he elevates his entire team. As Andy Reid said, this stuff doesn't happen every day. And we're lucky to get to watch it. So what do you think, folks? Was that Mahomes' most unreal play yet? Or has he topped himself before? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying these breakdowns, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Let's keep the conversation going as we head into the AFC Championship game. Until next time, keep watching and keep believing in Mahomes' magic. Alright, my friends, get ready because today, we're diving into one of the most bizarre, confusing, and downright hilarious moments in recent NFL history. If you thought you'd seen everything in football, think again. Patrick Mahomes, the man who can seemingly do no wrong, may have just pulled off one of the slickest moves, and I'm not talking about one of his no-look passes. Nope, this time, it was a flop. Yes, you heard me right, a full-on flop, like something you'd see in a soccer game, but with a football twist. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, what, Mahomes? A flop? That's what I said too. In a game that was already full of drama. A play in the fourth quarter made the entire internet explode. So what happened? Did Mahomes get hit and make an Oscar-worthy performance to get a penalty? Or was he just being extra careful, extra careful? Well, buckle up because we're breaking it down in excruciating detail. Should Mahomes be punished for this stunt? Or is it just a smart, savvy move to get the win? We'll look at the play from every angle. We'll get inside the head of NFL refs, experts, fans, and of course, Patrick Mahomes himself. Spoiler alert. He's not exactly apologizing. But wait, there's more. Before we dive into the flop of the century, I want to take a moment and set the stage. You know we've got to start with some history to put everything in perspective. How did we get to this moment? And what's the NFL really thinking about all of this? Stay tuned because this video has everything: drama, controversy, humor, and maybe even a little bit of football wisdom. And hey, I want to hear your thoughts, too. So don't forget to hit that like button if you love the NFL, or love a good drama, and of course, subscribe. Because this roller coaster is just getting started. Alright, here's what went down. It's the AFC playoff game, and the Kansas City Chiefs are fighting for a chance to advance to the AFC Championship. We all know the stakes, right? Mahomes has been playing like an MVP all season. But this game, well, it didn't start out great. The Texans, who honestly were kind of underrated coming into this game, managed to keep the pressure on. But then, in the fourth quarter, with everything on the line, the flop happened. You can already picture it in your head, can't you? Mahomes, instead of doing what any normal quarterback would do, running out of bounds or just diving down, he decided to do something more, well, theatrical. He slows down, practically tiptoes, and then, bam, he throws himself to the ground as if he's been hit by a truck. And the refs? They didn't miss it. A penalty flag flies in. The Chiefs got their call. Now let's pause here. Was it a genius move? Was he playing 3D chess while the Texans were stuck playing checkers? Or did Mahomes, the superstar, cross a line and flop like he was in the World Cup? One thing's for sure, this play had everyone from Troy Aikman to Twitter absolutely buzzing. And trust me, we're diving deep into those reactions. But first, let's rewind a bit and talk about the rules. See, in the NFL, the rules around roughing the passer are pretty clear. Quarterbacks are protected, especially when they're in the pocket. But what happens when a quarterback turns into a runner? That's where it gets a little blurry. Aikman, who was calling the game, made a very valid point when he said Mahomes wasn't in the pocket anymore. But Mahomes still got the penalty call, and the Chiefs capitalized on it. Was it fair? That's up for debate. But let's be real for a second, Mahomes isn't the first QB to push the envelope with these calls. We've seen it time and time again in the NFL. The truth is, quarterbacks know exactly how to play the refs and get those precious penalty calls. And Mahomes? He's an expert in this field. Now, I know some of you are probably sitting there thinking, okay, so it was a little dramatic. But who cares, right? Well, this is where things get spicy. Let's look at how this all unfolded on social media. You've got fans who are not happy with the call, and they made their feelings very clear. Right after that penalty flag dropped, Twitter went into a frenzy. I'm talking about pure chaos. Everyone had an opinion, from fans on both sides of the rivalry, to NFL analysts, to random people who were probably just eating pizza on a Saturday night and saw an opportunity to roast Mahomes. This tweet sums it up perfectly. Patrick Mahomes out here flopping like he's trying to get a yellow card in soccer. Embarrassing. #NFL flop. Okay, So not everyone is impressed with Mahomes' move. But is it all really that embarrassing? I mean, come on. The guy's a two-time Super Bowl champion. Shouldn't he get a little leeway in this department? At the end of the day, Mahomes got his penalty. The Chiefs capitalized, and they went on to score, putting the game away. The Texans, however, weren't as fortunate. Despite making it a close game, they couldn't keep up. So what does this all mean for Mahomes and the Chiefs moving forward? Could this flop actually end up benefiting them in the long run? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, it's going to keep everyone talking. Which is exactly what Mahomes probably wanted. And now we've got to ask, will this be the new go-to move for QBs in the NFL? Or should the league step in and rein it in? Let's talk about that next. Either way, I think we've all learned one thing from this. Never underestimate a quarterback's ability to get the call. Even when it's, let's just say, extra. It's like that old saying, if you can't beat him, join him. Well, in this case, if you can't run out of bounds, just flop your way to a penalty. Conclusion. Alright, folks, it's your turn. What do you think? Was Mahomes just playing smart football? Or did he cross the line into flopping territory? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown,